better for your classroom? A professionally written, curated, vetted curriculum that was purchased for by your district for your classroom, or a curriculum that you yourself have written using all of your expertise, your knowledge about your students, your knowledge about the standards, and your knowledge of what works for you with your style and your kids. Hi, I'm Chuck. I'm a teacher who just got a new job, and this is Drive Time Diaries, where you're with me thinking about the day ahead or the day that I've just finished on my commute. So in this episode, I'm just thinking about curriculum because we are through the first week of school now, and we are getting into it. Time to start implementing all the things I've been looking at. So this question is really relevant to me because I thought I felt one way, and then I have been working in a different way, a different setup context the last several years, and then now I have a new opportunity with a lot of freedom. So this question is really, really relevant to me. So my previous district, everyone was supposed to be using the same book, same resources, same pacing, and then last year even we got down to not even same unit assessments, but same assignments, like day to day. And at first I prickled at that several years ago when they first rolled that out, and my individuality was just like disgusted at someone treading all over my autonomy and my professional know-how. And then I started using it, and you know what? It made me able to leave work sooner because I wasn't making choices about what assignments to give. I wasn't scrolling through Teachers Pay Teachers or YouTube endlessly trying to decide what I was going to do next, or to reinvent the wheel every week, every unit, XYZ. The things that I did write or make my own were things that were building goals for my school that were not in the district curriculum because it was not goals that the other secondary schools in the district had. So I was making practice learning units that were building goals but were not in the district curriculum for the other schools. And so at first I did not like that idea. I thought it took away my creativity, but I actually found a lot of success in it the last couple of years, and I found that taking all of that off my cognitive plate allowed me to think about my students. I was thinking about my kids and how they were going to interact with that more than I was thinking about math and vocabulary. Everything that I was thinking about in terms of content, I was thinking about the kids first and how they were going to wrap into that, how they were going to achieve the standards through that thing that was already created. I wasn't creating it, I was just going to get my students to that standard. And that was really good for keeping the rigor high, keeping expectations high. I knew that I had to give XYZ assignment that week, and I did not have the ability to change it, and so I had to think about what instructional moves I was going to make to get every single kid in that room up to that standard that I believed was right, but that sometimes when you're in the midst of looking at a kid in the face that is struggling, your compassion wants to pull that standard down a little bit. And if you have a whole class or a whole grade of making those decisions over and over and over again, then that's when you get school failure. And so systematically, I have come to believe that it's important that the standard is set in such a way that you can't compromise that over and over again. And so I had a lot of success with that recently. Was really vibing into that, and in my new school, that's kind of been taken all away. The turnover in my new district has been so low for years and years and years and years and years, and it's a really small district, so like you're the only one teaching freshman English, Algebra 1, Algebra 2, biology, that kind of thing. So there was no need really for science teacher down the hall to collaborate on biology with the other science teacher, because only one person was teaching them. So they had to collaborate with themselves year to year, I guess, to think about it that way. So anything that was codified was just like codified on somebody's computer or in their Google Drive. And that's fine when it's just you, but when you are trying to open up your curriculum to the state or to the next person who takes your job, maybe when you retire, that becomes a problem. Which is kind of where I'm at now. Because sometimes creativity is limiting in the sense that it gives you too many options. A lot of study in creativity says that people can be most creative when they have boundaries. So if you have no boundaries, sometimes you get stifled. So that's where I'm at, and that's where I'm trying to figure out, do I want to impose some kind of structure on myself, or do I want to see where the wind takes me, and take the bits that were left to me, the bits that the teacher was using last year, and couple those all together. I think I'm going to lean towards structure, but I did want to see just what ChatGPT, my robot minion, had to say. I asked it, is it better for a teacher to have prepared curriculum for their school district, or to be able to write and create their own? This is what the robot says. The great curriculum debate. Some folks believe sticking to district curriculum ensures consistency and fairness for all students. On the flip side, some argue that creating your own materials can be tailored to your students' needs and interests. What's your take on this? Do you prefer following the set curriculum or adding your personal touch? Didn't tell me anything yet, robot. Let's see here. Alright, well, that's not gonna work right now, obviously. But it's 100 degrees and I'm in my driveway, so I guess that's all for this Drive Time Diaries. Again, I'm Chuck. I'm a teacher with a new job and a new commute, and thank you for coming on the drive with me today. We'll see you next time.